First, if you want to venture out of this video, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. You know what we're going to talk about today? Today is the 100th day of Uncle Sam. No, not that Uncle Sam. Uncle Donald Trump. That's what it is today. Today is the 100th day after his inauguration, which is going to be April 29th, starting from January 20th. Let's recap what he did. How did he do? We're going to rate him on a scale of 1 to 10 today. Donald Trump sworn in as the 47th president of the United States on January 20. He had 141 executive orders in 100 days. You know what this tells me? This is somebody who gets into office from day one and starts beating the crap out of all the problems that we're trying to face today. And don't get me wrong, the things he's been doing are fantastic, and there are some problems with it as well. But I want you to remember, everybody's not perfect. Regardless of what we say, what we do, we all have some sort of issues and problems, and we're going to point that out today as well. So he came back striking, opened up the door with his feet, saying that we're going to bring back America to its glory days. We want American jobs. We want American workers to have manufacturing jobs. We want low crime. We want all those bad immigrants to go back to El Salvador, okay? Well, not only El Salvador. And we want China to pay for all those problems they've been causing with the trade deficit we've been having. Not only China, but the rest of the world as well. January 21, Executive Orders 14147, ending the weaponization of the federal government. What does this mean? What does this mean for you? Order to fulfill the internal audits across the FBI, DOJ, IRS, CIA to identify instances of political bias and misuse of power. Now look, the departments I'm mentioning, DOJ, FBI, CIA, IRS, these are the departments that affect our lives on a daily basis, especially the IRS. What else did he do? He set up a special counsel tasked with investigating partisan censorship and unconstitutional surveillance. Edward Snowden, unconstitutional surveillance. This is exactly what we're talking about. Now, it can be a little bit controversial here or shady. I don't know if he's purging against the people that have actually tried to put him in jail after his first term, or is he really doing the right thing? Is he really going after the people that are not doing their jobs properly and they're using or misusing their power in these departments? All he's trying to do, he doesn't want any political misuse of power, putting people in jail just like they were trying to put him in jail after his first term. January 22nd, signs Executive Order 14151. What is that? How is this affecting you? Ending radical and wasteful government DEI programs. Just to remind you, if you don't know what DEI stands for, diversity, equity, inclusion. You know what that means? That means if you are of a certain sex, of a certain color, of a certain something, with all these things that we have been going on for the past many years, that means you will have a higher chance, not based on merit, not how smart you are, but based on those certain factors. You will get that job, you will get that position, you will get that salary, but the guy who's smarter than you, has a better education than you, or the gal at the same time will not get that job because these companies had to fulfill those DI scores and ESG scores. You know what this tells me? Ending this program, you can be the gayest person in the room and the smartest person in the room. I'm going to hire you. But if you are some Harvard grad on paper, Yale grad on paper, but you are dumb as this desk, just because you are of certain sex or a certain color, I'm not going to hire you. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the brightest, smartest, most enthusiastic, somebody who's going to get my job done. We're trying to flourish here. We're not trying to backtrack. You want those American glory days, in front of you? You can't hire based on DEI. You got to hire based on merit. And this is exactly what's happening. January 25. This is an interesting one. Executive Order 14160, securing the southern border. What does this mean? Well, this one's a little bit tough, okay? Because I personally also have family who are immigrants. And so do you. Every single person that's watching this, most likely, you have a family member who just migrated to this country, or you know of a family, you have a friend who has a family member who just migrated to this country. I'm all for border protection. That's fantastic. I don't want that fentanyl. I don't want those, drugs, crack, cocaine, methamphetamine crossing the southern border. I want them to put a halt on those drugs coming to that border. February 10th. Another interesting executive order, okay? I want you to remember, there are more than 130. I'm not going to say it every single one of them. I'm just going off of which I think and our team thinks are the most important ones to state out. Executive Order 14200, protecting American industry through tariffs. He rolled out a 10% universal a tax on all imports coming to America. And on top of that, let's not forget China. China, everybody loves China. Everybody loves Chinese products, right? Yes, they do. However, this guy wants our people, our American manufacturers, to start producing goods and services again, just like we were in the past. And of course, things like this can get retaliated against us. Tariffs like this will have repercussions on us, on our everyday lives. And I've actually been talking about this forever, for a long time. China is not a force to be reckoned with. I want you to understand that. What I'm preaching is that I think we should have been a little bit more prepared. Instead of doing this from the get-go, we should have waited maybe 12 months, 18 months. I see the benefit. It's fantastic. But let's look at NAFTA, North American Free Trade Agreement. Clinton signed into law. 1992 to 2000, we had a 4.8 GPT growth continuous. Okay, on average, that was the largest GDP growth we've ever had in this country. I want you to remember that. Free trade is fantastic. It's like, being friends with somebody all the time. Do you think they're going to, charge you for certain things? No, they're not. March 4, 2025, Trump signs in the Laken-Riley Act into law. Now, what is Laken-Riley Act? I don't know if you remember. This is a law where a innocent teenager was killed by an immigrant. Any immigrant who commits any sort of a felony, boom, like that, you're out, honey. You can't be like that in my country. You got to be a good boy. You got to be a good gal. You got to be productive. You got to get a job. You got to get an education. You got to make this country great. That's what you got to do. What else did he do? He promised about the Ukraine war. The moment he gets into office, he's going to end the war. Well, actually didn't. I don't think he thought it's going to be this easy, or was he just campaigning or trying to sell himself that he's going to end the war? Because Russia, they're good negotiators, but Ukraine, I don't know what to say about Ukraine. I don't think he's very smart. I don't think he's very intelligent, and that's why this is, lagging and lagging and lagging on. If he wants his people to be dead and continue dying and put those young lives at risk and snatch them from the middle of the street just because they don't have enough people to go fight, in the regions of Donetsk and Lugansk and so on and so forth, all over Ukraine, then I don't know what to say. Continue fighting, continue losing, continue wasting all that money that I give you. Literally, I give you all that money. And you do too. March 22nd, 2025. This is your favorite department, the Department of Government Efficiency, with its unofficial president, Elon Musk. Or the X Factor. That's what they call them now. All that money that we give back in taxes, they go to different countries, to foreign countries that we have no oversight of. We don't know what they're doing. We don't know how they're spending. They're spending it on so-called Egyptian tourism or promoting Egyptian tourism. Well, you know what? I want that money to be in my country and promoting American tourism. March 30th, 2025, Trump enacts or reauthorizes travel ban on many countries. And what are these countries? Countries that are mostly unsafe, unpredictable, unstable. What is he doing? He's just having a better vetting process, okay? You got to be vetted 10 times more than you were vetted before. Here's a quick rundown for you. Over 141 executive orders signed. Full border wall construction resumed, and Mexico will not pay for it. Universal tariffs introduced. Major cuts on DEI and CRT-based policy. CRT, critical race theory, that's what it stands for. Ending birthright citizenship. DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, okay? How do I rate Trump? On a scale of 1 to 10, I think I rate him like a 7, 7.5, C+. I don't think he's B worthy right now. His approval rating has significantly dropped. And it's not because of that. That's just my personal opinion based on the things. And a lot of things he's been doing are fantastic. The only problem I have is his stance, not on the process of illegal immigration, but on the process of ICE snatching people randomly out of the streets without any questions, without any, questioning, just hey, come here. This like 1990s Moscow when I was growing up. Any police officer can stop any citizen walking down the street, run into the metro, anywhere in the city and say, hey, give me your paperwork. Let me see if you're legal here. And if you're not, well, guess what? Boom. It was Russia during the Soviet Union, so they were hungry. They had no money. you give them a few hundred rubles and they let you go. Or if you're unlucky and you don't have any money with you, you go to jail and you get deported back to your country. That's what I feel is happening right now here in this country. And I'm totally against that, because that's the reason why all of us came here, for that protection, for that peace of mind, for that American dream is restarted, because that's the reason I came here, okay? And I'm living my American dream right now, and I hope you can do one day. If you want to venture out of this video, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. I want to hear in the comments, please, this is important. I will reply back to your comments. I want to hear, how do you scale Trump on a 1 to 10 scale? Please, that'll be awesome. Thank you.